All right, next up in the news, Microsoft is apparently going to be putting Xbox into TVs, building its own streaming devices, and exploring new Game Pass subscriptions. Everything is heating up in the world of gaming and the world of streaming, streaming gaming, and however they're going to collide and solve the thing that already happened in non-gaming media, which is the complete transition towards streaming. Of course, Xbox has the xCloud stuff going on, which is already a step over there. Google has the Stadia stuff going on. NVIDIA has the GeForce stuff going on. There's so many players. It's really early stages. It's reminding me of streaming in the early days when it was like, well, do you have the bandwidth? Or, I mean, I've told you in the past, I'm one of these people. I've been on Netflix so long. I used to get DVDs in the mail before it was feasible for them to have a streaming service with the internet. There was actually a moment where some of the stuff had been transcoded. It existed on the server. You could stream it. But then certain titles hadn't made it yet.
Oh.
And then those titles, like some foreign film you needed to watch. I mean, I used to have time on my hands. And then that one would still come in a paper envelope, and you'd be like, that one right there is a special
premium,
special evening because I got the French film nobody knows about. I'm telling you, I used to have time on my hands. Anyway, so the gaming thing, it's going to get figured out. I'm telling you right now, I can smell it. It's going to get figured out. The question is which way, which implementation. And the weird part is, the TVs themselves already have a lot of hardware in them. I mean, you see LG talking about it all the time. Like, wait, we upgraded our hardware. No, I'm not talking about the display itself. I'm talking about the processing. You start to think, okay, you have these tiny little streaming sticks and things that are quite capable as well. Why don't we just integrate this stuff all into the TV, make the deals, and then just load the Xbox app right on the LG TV?
So you're talking about a console-less experience.
I am.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, because the point is, it's all happening in the cloud anyways.
Right.
So you don't need to have this giant box underneath the display. Imagine just one sleek display, and then your consoles are just an app inside of the display.
Well, that's the dream.
Right?
Yeah.
So now, in the meantime, since a lot of people aren't going to have TVs that can do that, well, I don't know that there isn't a single TV that's doing that at the moment with these brand names. But there could be an interim, which could be some sort of streaming device via HDMI, which again gives you a more lightweight opportunity compared to a full-scale Xbox. Now, there's always going to be disadvantages, right? If you're streaming rather than having it happen locally, there's more bandwidth requirements and opportunity for a failure on that front. So it's not a perfect solution, but for a lot of users that are space sensitive or want lower upfront costs, you can see why something like that would be compelling, some sort of game subscription instead. So we'll have to see what develops. But ahead of the E3 briefing, Microsoft put the announcement out there. They said Xbox is building... Oh, here we go. The company is working with TV manufacturers to embed the Xbox experience directly into internet-connected TVs with no extra hardware required except the controller. That's pretty wild. And then also the cloud gaming aspect with potentially the streaming device. So everybody, it's all, you know what it is, Will? It's all coming together for some massive battle to take place because you have Apple wants a piece of that. There's rumors of Netflix getting into gaming. I already mentioned Google, of course, GeForce. Then you have Xbox and PlayStation, and they all want you to game everywhere and on any device, eventually. And so then these partnerships and integrations are really going to matter.
It would be interesting because Sony already has smartphones.
Go on.
They have TVs.
Go on.
I don't know what else.
They have the PlayStation.
Yeah. That they can integrate the PlayStation into those devices. Right? They already have like kind of a leg up, unless Xbox can partner with like, Samsung or...
Well, Microsoft has hardware. Would it be insane for them to just do a Microsoft TV?
No, not at all.
Maybe not. I mean, they're doing the Surface products.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of ways to do it. But as far as what they're saying right now is they are talking to TV manufacturers. I think LG would be probably at the top of their list for potential partners. But of course, Samsung's in there as well.